you just listen to a young girl who was saying that the Nigerian community here is totally very angry. Like,
was the Ijoko Theatre Niger Delta of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He went to several schools to make your academic education as government college to Delhi and
go gather, destroy their food. With the camp and that other camp, some more camp, you don't compensate everybody. But some of them
sometimes. Today's Afropic is in the style of J.C. Clark, a poet and writer, and we shall also be very interested in his poem Akmo Dancer.
Some lines are meaningful, some are empty. With too much meaning and riches to offer humankind. After some of these earthly adventures and more, one can still find footprints of the headlights on the pavements of our contemporary life.
good evening, you're welcome to the program Green Planet.
Good day. Thank you very much for talking to people, places and events and to the African Center for Community and Development.
Thank you.
What is your name, sir?
My name is John Muchia. I work with the CDC head office.
Okay.
I don't have any authority to give you this interview. I am not talking on behalf of
the CDC?
on behalf of the CDC.
What you're talking about things based on your opinion?
Yes.
Okay. Now, can you tell me a bit about cassava? What do you think cassava planting can do to the economy of Cameroon?
Well, we can sell it. The Chinese now buy cassava and convert it, I don't know to what, but they buy it, they buy and export, and then our breweries are into it. The pharmaceuticals, the pharmaceutical industries, they buy. Yes, pharmaceuticals, breweries, and locally we make starch from it, and I know starch is a component no matter where all over the world. Starch is a good component for what we use as a to iron to stiffen dresses.
Now, in terms of agriculture,
yes.
Are you witnessing an increase in agriculture, or do you think that so many people are not taking agriculture seriously in Cameroon and Africa?
In fact, there are factors. It's not just agriculture, sir. Agriculture now is, the graph is falling. The agricultural graph is falling because with events like the motorcycle riders, you find out instead of a boy in those days, people like us, when we get up in the morning, when we don't go to school, we accompany our parents to the farm. But now, if a child gets up, somebody has bought a bike for him, he now prefers riding a bike for commercial purposes. And then now agriculture has been left to yesterday's generation.
So what should be done by your estimation?
Well, now, and then if the government now can, yes, we have microfinance institutions, but these microfinance institutions do not sponsor agriculture. They prefer to sponsor, their best is sponsor government contracts, etc., etc. But now I've not seen 2 or 3 microfinances that will say, okay, we are giving you a long-term loan, or let us say 5 years, to plant rubber, cash crop, rubber, coffee, etc. And after 5 years, we'll start recovering our money. Or yes, palm, rubber, etc. We'll start recovering our money. But or even perennial crops. To say, okay, let me plant locally grown, organically grown bananas. And that one too, we can also, if you plant that one, it's good. So if the Minister of Agriculture can ask the microfinances to open more new units to grant loans to youngsters who will be able to grow. Yes, there are other to grow not only cash crops, perennial crops too. It will go a long way to help the situation now. Because now look at, if you see that plantain there, I wanted it. It is ridiculous. That woman is saying one bunch is 1,600. That is ridiculous.
Now, let me ask you something.
Yes.
Most people say the African woman is suffering. Ironically, the African woman is into a lot of agriculture and financial contributions in the family. Do you think there is a misconception about the African woman and the African man to say that the African man is suffering his wife, or the African woman is suffering? Do you think the African woman is suffering or contributing healthily to the family in Africa?
Well, I come from a tribe where I want to equate these two parties equally. I come from Bafut in the Northwest Province. This is how it is done in our place. Now it's time for clearing. The male folk clears the farm. The female tills and plants. And during harvesting is left for the woman, while the man now looks for additional protein. That's hunting, etc., etc.
What about sales and the distribution and the sharing of
sales? The woman sells and brings home the money. Whatever now it becomes a family something, because now the children are sent to school from the proceeds of that farm.
So it is clear that you cannot generalize the African woman as suffering.
Yes. I'm talking from
the Bafut perspective.
Yes, the Bafut perspective.
Now, in terms of your own personal experiences, generally, do you think the African woman should be categorized as suffering?
I don't know suffering. I don't know in what terms you want to call suffering.
Like over-dominated by the men.
Excuse me, let me also give another something that I feel that you might most women don't like. So I don't know whether it's suffering or because now my father will acquire a large piece of land, and then he has his first wife, and then soon when he gets his friends and they go and clear this piece of land, he tells his wife, okay, that's your office, go and start tilling. Then the wife now tells him, I have seen Mr. Joseph's daughter, who is grown up now. I would like her to come and join me. Then if the man agrees to her proposal, she takes palm wine and all engagement, what it entails to engage a woman, and goes and engages that woman and marries the woman for the husband, so as to enable her to till that large plot. So now the man automatically has two wives. One is married by her and one was bought by the wife.
So you think that part of the suffering, the link to the African woman, is based on polygamy?
Yes, it's based on polygamy, because soon now the man will not be able to meet up with the 3 or 4 or 5, 6, 7, up to 10 of them. Now the compound, well, too, the man has to build, the man increases the compound, he builds for the children and more wives. Then now the suffering. Another aspect is, if we are going somewhere, the woman holds my bag, carries her basket, and then I just put on my regalia and I'm going in front. I don't know whether that is her, whether she likes that or is suffering. Then my child carries, might be a jug of wine, or yes, a jug of wine. My calabash, which has wine for the occasion.
But in certain tribes, they look at the woman as very important. The wife of the fawn is called Mafo. What is your impression about that?
Well, the wife of the fawn, there is no adultery in my culture for the fawn's wife. The fawn's wife, if you are sitting on a bench and the fawn's wife happens to come, you will not share that bench with her. You get up for her alone. You don't share your glass with her. You don't break collar and give her, etc., etc. Everything is unique for her alone. In fact, in those days, I didn't meet that tradition. When you are a servant in the palace, they castrate you.
Which means that the wife of the fawn was actually something sacred.
They're exclusively for the fawn. And there is no divorce. Because if they catch you in any adulterous activity with the fawn's wife, you are, it's not being ostracized. They kill you. There is a hill that they go and roll you over with thorns, with spikes and other things down the valley. They roll you over and make sure you die. That's as a result of adulterous activities with the fawn's wife.
Now, in terms of the future of Africa, how should Africans approach development with their women and their men? What is your proposal?
It should be something equal. I know after this generation, because most of those things are dying out. There is education. We are copying the Western style, etc., etc. We have now female drivers, even riding bikes. Women do it. Women fly planes and so on. Why not the Cameroonian woman?
Thank you very much, sir, for talking to people, places and events, and to the African Center for Community and Development. And I wish you good luck in your contributions towards sustainable development in Cameroon and Africa.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And you just listen to a young girl who was saying that the community here is totally very angry.
Thank you very much for
Our elders was the Ijo country of the Niger Delta of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He went to several schools to make your academic tendencies was at the government college to Delhi. And
Go gather, destroy their food. With the camp. And that other camp, Tongo camp, you don't compensate everybody. But some of them,
sometimes. Today our focus will be on the style of J.C. Clark, a poet and writer, and we shall also be very interested in his point at more dancer.
Some lives are meaningful, some are empty. There are lives that are meaningful, with too much meaning and riches to offer humankind. After some of these earthly adventures and more, one can still find footprints of these great lives on the pavements of our contemporary life.
Good evening, you're welcome to the program Green Planet.